So today's going to be a kind of different video. This is not a video that I actually even planned. But I heard some news today that made me think I need to reestablish my mission with what I want to do with my YouTube channel. I don't know if any of you out there know anything about professional wrestling. I've been a fan of it since I was a kid. It is a memory that goes back to a great uncle that we used to visit on vacation. And when I was about 8, 9, and 10 years old, 11 years old, before he passed away at 94, we'd sit and we'd watch professional wrestling on Saturdays. And I continued to watch it my entire adult life because it reminds me of Uncle Frank. Well, today I heard that a professional wrestler named Daffney Unger, real name Shannon Spruill, apparently took her life in a Facebook feed, a live Facebook feed. And it hit me because it's a little bit of why I started my YouTube channel. So, one of my rules that I've come up with in trying to do this channel is always be real. Be willing to let you guys in. So, if I'm going to really live by that rule, we have to start today. My wife passed at the age of 31 after she took her life. Like Daffney Unger, real name Shannon Spruill, with a gun. I missed the signs. At that point, I hadn't realized that she had dealt with depression for her entire adult life. It was something that her family didn't talk about. It was something that she didn't share with anybody. I learned a lot about Katelyn after that day. And it was one of the reasons that I hated myself for so long. Why I sank into a deep depression that turned into anxiety. Because I would relive every mistake that I made before she left. That maybe I should have seen the signs, that maybe I should have tried harder. Surviving a loved one's suicide is one of the most tragic things anyone could ever have to live through. The regret that the survivors carry, the guilt that the survivors carry, it's horrible. I mean, it's truly horrible. I can't imagine what Shannon's family is going through. I know how tough it was for my family and for Katelyn's family. And I don't tell anybody that that's how she left. I have lied for years that her heart just exploded. I told a couple people right after it happened how it happened. And you get looks. It's like not because they're intentionally trying to shame you, but suicide carries a stigma. And it's generally placed on the families and the friends after a loved one has gone that way. I haven't shared this YouTube channel with a lot of people. The only ones that I've actually shared it with are the people that know how Katelyn actually left this world. But after watching the tragic news of Shannon and remembering what it felt like to be a suicide survivor, a survivor of suicide, I need to really commit to my reasons behind this channel. So far, I've done videos like taste tests, a red box review. I've got crock pot meals that are going to be coming soon. Painting, kind of displaying some of the paintings that I've done as a coping skill. And those two words, coping skill, is really one of the main reasons behind my channel. Everything you've seen from me so far are things that I helped get me through the hardest days, when all I could think about is what I might have done wrong, when all I could think about was how much I wanted her back, how every single morning I woke up wishing that the last few days, the weeks, the months had all been a bad dream, and I was going to wake up today and it was all going to be over. And I had to find stuff, reasons to get me out of the house. So I would go try new places to eat. I would rent Redbox videos. I drank. Though we are not going to have a video upcoming about how to drink. I don't recommend losing yourself in the bottom of a bottle. I was lucky that that didn't turn into a bigger issue for me, that I was able to see the damage that I was doing to myself and the possible repercussions of turning to alcohol. But the one thing that I did not do was I did not reach out to people to talk to. I did not share what I was going through. I mean, I did with my grief therapist every day for 9 months, or every week for 9 months. I shared the pain that I was going through, but I didn't really share it with my friends or my family. So they couldn't be there for me. Like Katelyn, what I got really good at was hiding it. I feel like a miracle that I'm still sitting here nearly 8 years later, because in the early going, there were so many days where I wanted to die and join her, that I didn't feel like I deserved to have survived, that this world would have been a better place if she were still here and I was gone. Her friends, her family, her nephews, her nieces, all those people that lost a shining light in Katelyn. And I didn't think there'd be that many people that would miss me if I was gone. So every day for years, I begged God to let me trade places, to bring her back for those people, to be that light in their lives. So I can't imagine what Shannon's family is going through right now. My heart goes out to them. My prayers go up to her. I had a family member say to me just days after Katelyn left that it was a shame that she would never get to see heaven because of the way that she took her life. I don't consider that person a family friend or a family member anymore. And I think that's why a lot of people will hide how their loved ones left this world. But if you've lost someone to suicide, I encourage you to reach out to somebody to talk about it. See a therapist. Don't let yourself, don't hold yourself accountable for the fact that they're not here anymore and you are. Don't succumb to other people's views about it. Don't stop loving them. Don't stop missing them. I should have honored my wife's memory in a better way, because when I think about Shannon, I think about how many people I possibly could have helped if they had known I'd gone through the same thing. How many people I could have helped if I knew somebody else that happened to be in trouble and was thinking about taking their life. If they could have just come and talked to me about what it was like dealing with someone that was going through that. And I mean, I feel like I should have seen the signs. It wasn't her first attempt. She had tried it a few months before, and I thought we were through it. And what I thought was her just having bad days, what I thought was her just dealing with depression over the recent passing of her grandmother, were all much larger signs, and I missed it. I didn't have a lot of knowledge about depression or anxiety. I didn't have a lot of history of knowing anybody with it. But she was a person I spent every single day with. She's the person I went to sleep next to every single night. And she was the person that I woke up with every single morning. And even though I know a lot more about depression and anxiety because I've experienced it, I didn't know then, but it doesn't stop me for carrying the regrets that I never saw the signs. And that was one of the reasons that I found coping skills, because I couldn't just wallow in my misery and grief. I couldn't sink deeper down into depression. So I found things to do. I journaled. I wrote poems. I painted. I read a lot. I got out of the house in whatever way I could find, aimlessly walking through grocery stores, just looking for something to buy because it was better than sitting on my couch. Going to a restaurant, even if I wasn't hungry, just to sit down, even if it was just for half an hour, it was better than sitting on my couch. So that's about as real as I can get with you. And it's the reason behind my channel, because maybe somebody who's struggling with depression or anxiety or is thinking about suicide might see my video and take something away. They don't know me, but they know there's somebody out there that's suffering too. I don't think my depression will ever go away. It's a battle I fight daily. It's better than it has been in a long time. I would have never been able to start this channel if I didn't feel like I was doing better. Because here I am, admitting to everybody who watches this, any of my friends that discover my channel, any of my family members that get told, hey, Jim's got a YouTube channel, you should check it out, are now going to know what I've been dealing with and suffering through for the last near 8 years. People that I know that had no idea how Katelyn left this world are going to know. I wish I had known Shannon. I wish that I had known her and I could have reached out and possibly helped her. I wish I could have told her how hard it was going to be for the people she leaves behind. And that while I know she's struggling and she sees no hope, that there's always hope, because there's always people that love you. I wish I'd had a chance to tell Katelyn that. I wish I could have told Shannon that. So if you're watching this video and you're suffering from a mental health issue, I encourage you, find somebody to talk to, find something to do. You can beat it. You can get through it. But the one thing that I learned is you can't get through it alone. And if it wasn't for friends like Dell and Nancy, and if it wasn't for family like Katelyn's parents, Wayne and Judy, I don't know if I'd even be here. And if I was, I can't even imagine the shape I'd be in. The additional problems that I'd be dealing with. If you know somebody who's struggling with mental health issues and they haven't reached out to you, reach out to them. And don't give up. Don't stop trying to help. They might get mad at you today. They might not talk to you tomorrow. But if it buys them one extra day, that turns into one extra week, that turns into one extra month, that turns into one extra year of life and a chance to get better. Take it from somebody who knows that day, that week, that month, that year is important, because I wish I had them. I wish I had them with Katelyn. I wish she had them with me. I wish Shannon had them with her family, and that her family had them with her. I want to keep this channel going because I want to be a light for people that are struggling. So I encourage you, please hit subscribe. Please like my video and tell anybody that you know that's struggling with mental health. Hey, you might want to check out Jim's videos. He's been through what you're going through. He might be able to tell you something that will help you today. He might be able to give you a coping skill that will help you through tomorrow. Thank you for listening. Thank you for hearing my honesty. Thank you for now becoming a part of my life.